Alrighty then. It's been a while since we played a Kilobator, it seems. And we haven't really touched it ever since the major quote-unquote balance change that happened. So kinda want to take a look at pretty much what we're dealing with. Now let me quickly take a look at the abilities that we have. Are we rocking the default skin? I think we are. Oh, this is the eagle one. It's kind of cool actually. But sadly it doesn't have camo, so kinda yikes. Right, so let's look at the abilities we have. Okay, that's quite cool. 200%. Right, Bite and Raptor Strikes. Why are they... I'm pretty sure I had them. Why are they grayed out, not purchased? Quick attack that increases in power with each successful hit. While latched, this attack becomes a powerful attack that has a scaling stamina cost. So the normal Bite attacks does 65 damage with a 1.5 second cooldown. And the Raptor Strikes does 8 to 72 damage with a 1 second cooldown. But he needs stacks up to 5 times. So I'm not really sure if that is worth the... Basically, I'm not sure if the lower cooldown is worth in order to basically quote-unquote waste 4 hits until you can make it stronger than normal Bite. Let's look at the claw attacks that we have. Cruel Swipe. Claw attack that deals more damage to heavier enemies. So it does 30 and it scales from 5 to 130, depending on the target's combat weight. This is not piercing damage, regular damage calculations apply. Okay. And has a 6 second cooldown. And the claw attack has a 4 second cooldown, does a flat 85 damage. And deals an additional damage if used while pounced on an enemy. I think the normal claw attack is going to be better. So maybe we can... Yeah, let's do Raptor Strikes. And we can use this for fast moving targets. And we can use this to just have stable damage. Because if we have 2 abilities with stable damage, then what's the point? Hollow Bones reduces jumping stamina cost by 20. This is good, but might actually go for this one. This can help us in a pinch escape. So Pounce is Pounce, and Ripping Kick does how much now? 40 damage plus 0.4 bleed. Alright. That's not bad at all. Counterbalance and Rudder. Yeah, I think Counterbalance, unless we're going to be jumping a lot, which I don't think we are. We're going to be using the Rudder Tail. 25 stamina, reduces attack damage of all nearby creatures by 20%. This is really good. War Cry, 30% increase to armor and stamina recovery for other nearby. No. This is group 1. Effectiveness of blocking by 50% for 30 seconds. Kinda good, but not really. Increase the attack of all raptors. Okay. So pretty much this is the build we're gonna be running with this episode. The turn in place is quite decent. So pretty much don't you dare. Oh no. Guys, just thanks to the fact that our, what's it called? Our fall damage resistance is insane to the point where that fall to that water wouldn't have been lethal. That's the only reason we are still alive right now. I can't speak. That's the only reason we are still alive right now. Typical aggressive tight player. Because had we been in Alberta or it's an iguanodon. Had we been in Alberta or an aloe or anything else, we would have flopped there. That's the second time I've had this bug happen to me. And to be completely honest, I was gonna get pissed there. Because I have the home cave sleeper buff. I can't see anything. There we go. Because I have the home cave sleeper buff. And I would have lost it in addition to losing some flat growth as well. But thankfully our fall damage resistance protected us. Where are the pine cones, man? Whatever that is, I don't have the health to fight it right now. It's eating berries. Is that a Pachy? Either a Pachy or a Struthy or something. Really? I took full damage from that. Pretty sure there's a berry bush here. This is where it was eating from, whatever it was. And it has left. Alright, let's try to get our growth back up, whilst we try to heal at the same time. And the survival of the fish. I don't think we checked our senses, did we? Wait, it has Lone Hunter. I didn't think it had Lone Hunter actually. Well, might go with Lone Hunter. 10% damage is really good because we deal high damage. So it's gonna boost it further. And also we don't play in a group. Oh no. Oh, the Pinecone quest was for Young Grove. That explains it why I couldn't find any. That is a bit annoying. Well, just like Pachy, Akilo seems to have really great pick animation. So that's always good. But yeah, I do need the Lone Hunter one. I need everything I can get with this dinosaur. Because we're quite small and we're on our own, we need every advantage we can get. Small conker. Well, we already know there's titans here. Couldn't be any more obvious. One thing I dislike about Raptor Strikes is the fact that it turns into that bite attack that basically drains a huge amount of stamina. And I don't think I might actually swap back from it, because when I think about a pounce scenario, I can only pounce, use a claw attack and then disengage, because I cannot afford to use the big bite, because it's just gonna deal very little damage compared to how much stamina we're gonna go through. So I'm not sure it's the best idea. Let's see if this bars clashes with the titans from before. Swap back to bite and swap to Lone Hunter. Now this build is a bit more proper, I guess. I can feel a tiny bit the difference between not having the 5% extra movement speed. But you already lose it anyways when you're in combat. But the 10% damage buff is always active, so I guess I don't mind either. So just to recap, we have a 65 damage bite that is semi-spammable. We have an 85 damage claw attack, can be used every 4 seconds. And we have a kick attack, which does 40 damage and 0.4 bleed. Now the bleed value could be better, but it's there. You know, it is what it is. Could be better, but could be worse. I mean, a latent does, if I'm not mistaken, 0.3 bleed. So that's about 30% more bleed than a latent's kick attack. And a latent can already get bloodlust and basically push the number to about the same bleed level. So what I'm trying to say is that the bleed is by no means impressive at all, but it's there. It is there. It's present. Maybe you can use it, maybe not. We will see. Let's try to get some water, because it's gonna be more difficult up the river to get water, because there's usually Sarcos camping. And I am in the range of getting clamped. Okay, the water's still good. Did I just see Sarco disappear there? Let's keep our eyes out in case one tries to be funny and to grab us from below. Okay, awesome. Remember guys, it's always better to be safe than sorry. It looks like it's gonna be daytime soon. That's really good. Yeah, I mean the cooldown is a bit too long. It's like a Pycnos bite, but again, well, I don't know, I'm really annoyed by Titan players recently. So I think I'm gonna go after that call. Titan players are such a plague to official servers. And they are almost always mixpacking. They're never alone. It's like every new or bad player just chooses Titan because it's big and it's faster than Rex. So they just let the dino carry them. And I've always been against this type of gameplay. Basically lazy gameplay. You just choose a dino that is strong because it's meta, and you let it carry you, and you just have absolutely no idea how to play the game. I mean, sure, you can be a new player again, but it's just if there were a bit more solo titans, I would be more understanding, but there's always like 2 of them or 3 of them. They're always together, they're always toxic. So it's basically something that I feel the need to do, which is called Titan population numbers in this game. Okay, there's a Conca and a Metri. See, that's 2 calls, I told you guys. They're never alone. That's a super. Now let's see who's fighting who. There they are. Trashosaurus. Has a Conca doggy to accompany him. I hope that's a nano, but it's probably the spoon. Get clawed, bro. His Titan buddy reacted faster than he did. Come on, little Conca boy. See, the Conca is wary. I bet you, if I was like a Rex, or something that is slower but cannot face tank the Titan, he would have 1000% just went straight for me, this Conca, to attack me / make me turn around. This Aquilo is fighting the Pachy, Metri, Serrato, or are they messing around? It's like they're messing around. See if I can get to this Pachy in time though. And it's a freaking mix, of course. Come on. Oh, I almost got the Pachy. Oh man, I should have known. I was way too wishful thinking. Oh, nice spawn. That's a very good spawn. I was way too wishful thinking that that Pachy wasn't gonna notice me. And he would have just, you know, stayed sitting. And that's okay since we got a nice spawn. We can just get back to it. We lost the herbivore quest as well, that's a shame. We almost got that Pachy though, we saw the insane damage being dealt there by the claw attack. Kikilo is quite the glass cannon right now. Not like it, I mean, it's not like Pachy is arguably more of a glass cannon because it's squishier and deals more damage with the abilities. But Aquilo also deals quite a lot of damage. quite a bit of damage actually. Just went in and out so I can get the home cave protection buff. And make the jump here. I have to be careful not to land in water because that's gonna be bad. There we go. Beautiful. Didn't want to cross over by swimming. Oh, this is so beautiful right now. My favorite area in the game. That is sadly completely abandoned. Let's do this and see if we get the milk cap quest after. Oh yes. Wonder if he's noticed me. You got buddies, bro? Of course you do have buddies. Of course you do have buddies. And trading with 2 health bars gotta be the trashiest thing ever. And look at him, he's bloody. What are you teabagging for, you trash? Oh, you won 2v1 with the same combat weight? So, basically, I had the same combat weight as me, and just trading with 2 health bars. And I knew the moment you see an albino player, you cannot expect much from them. Like, of course, there was gonna be 2 of them. All officials experience, you guys. There's nothing you can really do about this. Now, playing this kind of reminds me of just how useless kind of Kilo is as a solo. Because, let's be honest, it has been dumbed down, its speed has been dumbed down so much. To the point where, pretty much to the point where it's behaving as if it was like 4K combat weight. But it's like a Pachies speed, doesn't have braced legs either. But it's just, nah. You know what, I'm gonna do something that I never do. Something I have never done in any previous episode. Because I just not feeling this right now. I'm not feeling this a Kilo at all. And I'm not gonna allow to be caught in the 1vx next time and be able to do nothing about it because I simply cannot run away. So I'm gonna make this a mixed episode. And I will switch dinosaurs. And I will pick the dinosaur that has a way better chance and more presence in a 1vx situation. And that is my pick, no boy, right here. So let's also check what kind of build we went with last time. Headbutt. Also hurt yourself, okay. And does knockback. So we had the headbutt does 60 damage plus 10 knockback. That is actually insane. I don't remember it doing this much damage with a 2-second cooldown. Whereas the normal bite does 50 damage with a 1.5 second cooldown, same as the freaking bite from a kilo. That is honestly insane. What about the rest? Juggernaut. Okay. You can charge. 25% stronger, huh? You can charge both use less stamina and have a faster cooldown. 25% less stamina, 25% faster cooldown, okay. Second wind versus thick scoots. Now, I feel like this is gonna be better since they changed the way heal works now. Raised legs is a no-brainer. Bulldozer, deep breaths, 40% stamina, the charge and the juke, yep. And this is pretty much the build we're rocking with. I usually had the 150%, the second wind, 150% stamina regen. Young growth, perfect. But now that they changed heal to work through combat timer, I kind of have to pick the scoots back up. Also, okay, so this is not like Serato's. Has been buffed, nerfed severely. But Serato is 3 stacks with 15% armor per. But with Pycno it's 5 stacks with 5% armor per. So 45% armor versus 25%. Yeah, they really did nerf Pycno's armor for quite a bit now, didn't they? Also, let's check just what cooldown the Juke and Charge would have. So Juke would have a 25%, so would have 6 instead of 8 seconds, and Charge would have 15 instead of 20 seconds, huh? But I think the greater damage is gonna be better. 25% extra damage is way too good. And 5% less is barely noticeable. But yeah, this dinosaur right here destroys Pachies. I have to go revisit those Mixpackers. See what they're about. Now, Pycno has always felt like the fine line between being a mid-tier but also kind of feeling like an apex, like a semi-apex. It just has such a presence because it's so big physically, but it's also really strong for what it is. Oh my god, and they just keep spamming calls. You see, guys, why I dislike Titan players. They're just so unnecessarily loud for no reason. Like I'm over here explaining game mechanics to you guys and game logic, and these guys are just spamming one button like they have some issues in their mind. %40 stamina when trotting is gonna be insane. It was 40, right? 40%, yeah. Had to stack it as much as possible. Well, not really stack it, but it would be kinda cool though if we could stack it on itself. You know what? Let's do the last quest just so we have 100% growth. I don't want to feel left out. And look guys, we have 20% extra health recovery. And look how slow our health regen is. Although we are nowhere near having a full hunger bar. So that's playing a huge part. But Pycno's health regen never used to be good to begin with. Also, these footsteps are really loud. They almost sound like my Rexes. I wouldn't be surprised if they were Apex tier footsteps. Also, it's so foggy right now. Our camo is quite on point. Pretty sure Pycno is one of the rare dinos, especially the heavier ones, who retains his 1100 movement speed, despite the recent changes. So we're basically at the upper tier of movement speed. Oh, is something going down? Looks like it is. Oh my god. Look at the rat on top, you guys. My eyes on the rat on top. There's a Kentro here. And an Achillo. Not sure if it's the same Achillo as before, as the one who attacked me. Look at him T-posing. That's a super one. Wait, what happened to this guy? I'll gotta eat as quickly as possible. Ooh, dice. Seems like a lot has happened, wow. And I'm so hungry. Come on, go to sleep, Mr. Titan. And these Mixpackers are fully banking on the bars. Wait, they're what? Who's with who now? Wasn't the Kentra against the Titan? Oh, there's the Mixpackers. There's the filthy Mixpackers. I don't want to proclaim my hostility to them right now because I can't really get to them. But this mech seems to be not hostile to them either, huh? See, that would have been a mistake had I gone up against these guys. The mech would have just backstabbed me. This is very risky trying to ambush these guys, because they can just jump. They went down, huh? Oops. It's actually a good thing they went down, because I can now attack them. Come after me, bro, yeah. Wanna play the charge game? And the freaking critter attacks me, really. What is that damage, bro? There you go. And his body's here, of course. Why wouldn't he be? Ah, man, tonight is not my night at all. Tonight is not it at all. Not it. Well, sometimes you do gotta lose some. Well, the pack you played it quite decent. I mean, we have to give him that. Nah, he was he even? I don't think he was running kickboxer, because he was knocking us back with the kick. The first backy, that is. Pretty sure the first backy was knocking us back with a kick. So his charge dealt all the damage, despite not having the damage boost. But yeah, like in all of these encounters, it was always 1vx. It was always me getting the enemy dinosaur that I was fighting to a low HP, and then his buddies basically just kicked in and made up the difference. In all of these scenarios, had it been a 1v1, I would have won each and every single one of them. It's quite the shame, but it also goes to show just how unfair official servers are. That, like this, the irony of everything is that right now, like, I'm having a super bad day when it comes to in-game, right? I'm nowhere near my prime when it comes to fighting, to PvPing, and I'm still managing to beat them in a 1v1 situation, and the only reason they're managing to win is because they have extra buddies to back them up. Now, where am I going with all of this? Is that in order to beat other players and officials, you have to not overperform, but you have to super overperform. You have, like, if their skills in PvP are 5 out of 10, yours have to be 15 out of 10. You know what I mean? Because mine right now, instead of being 15 out of 10, which is like most episodes that I do, right now they have like 8 out of 10. And that's like low for my standards. It's enough to beat them in a 1v1, but it's certainly not enough to beat them in a 1vx, which I've done in the past, but that's the point I'm trying to make. If you want to... Either you have to be extremely patient and careful, which is something I cannot be asked for, nor do I have the time to do right now. I just want to get content, I want to get some fights in. You know, unless you are fine with just walking around for 1 or 2 hours and just watching from the outskirts and waiting for the perfect moment, you're not really gonna win against these people. Now, if you have a buddy or two who are as equally skilled as you are, and you are both great players, then you're gonna be mopping the floor with these plebs. But yeah, it's just the officials. I'm just trying to tell you guys what officials is. Don't expect more than this from officials. If you're a solo player, tough luck. Either you're gonna have to learn to be patient and take a loss and move on to the next, or you're just gonna stop playing altogether. It's a shame that nothing is really being done about this, about the mixpacking situation. But yeah, I think I'm going to end the episode here. I don't honestly feel like continuing any further. It would just be more of the same. It was like 3 or 4 encounters now, and it was basically more of the same. So I don't see a point. But hopefully next episode is gonna be much better. Now I would appreciate if you guys subscribe to the channel and like the videos. And also you can join as a member to get early access to my daily uploads. And no matter how, well, yikes this episode was, I do hope you guys enjoyed it and learned something at least out of it. That would have made it worth it for me. So I will see you guys on the next one. Don't let this game get you down. Just keep going, and if you're getting caught in a bad luck streak like I am, just switch servers. Honestly, I think I can recommend that. Switch servers, I don't know, take a short break, go do something else, come back to the game, switch dinosaur, just switch it up. Try not to get caught in the toxic Mixpackers, you know, bad luck streak encounters, because it's just not gonna do you any favors in the end. Right, so anyways, I'll see you guys on the next one. See you later, and take care of yourselves.